Did the Texas State Fair just become too expensive for Texans? Because nobody is showing up, and here's why. Now, historically, the Texas State Fair is super popular, and everybody loves to go to a state fair, get all the deep fried goodies, and plus the rides and the entertainment. The vendors come from all over. But now there's footage of literally empty midways, vendor stalls. There's nobody there. A lot of the locals are saying that the prices are very expensive, even for parking, and the parking itself is a nightmare. Plus, the prices are sky high. I saw a comment that a turkey leg, one turkey leg is $24. Their commenters were saying that a corn dog is $15. One corn dog. Like a family of four goes, and what used to be $200 day at the fair is now like $400. A lot of people just don't want to go because they don't support ICE and they feel like there's going to be ICE everywhere. The vendors are saying that their sales are more than 50% down. Plus, not only are their sales down, their costs were higher. So I don't know, is the Texas State Fair just losing its magic, or are they pricing people out of even coming? Comment below, has anybody been to the State Fair in Texas this year and actually spent a decent amount of money?
Hey, nobody went to the Texas State Fair. Nobody. Okay, I've lived in Texas for 50 fucking years. No, this has never, ever happened, ever. Remember when Big Tech's burnt down to the ground? I do, and then they had to get a new Big Tech's, and next year it was a whole big production because we had a new Big Tech's. I do. Okay, there are videos floating around of the State Fair, of the Texas State Fair, and it is so fucking empty, it looks like the park hasn't opened yet. I'm in shock. I read some of the comments. One guy goes, yeah, $24 for a turkey leg. Not done. No, not gonna do it. $24 for a goddamn turkey leg? Seriously? And the State Fair people said, sure, $24 for a turkey leg sounds on point. The other comments were, everybody's fucking broke. Nobody can afford to do anything. No one can afford to go spend, a weekend with their family at the State Fair anymore. The State Fair was supposed to be the place that you could take kids to on the weekend. Nobody can afford it anymore. And then half of the comments say, it's Texas. We all look a certain way. We don't want icy conditions on our weekend getaway. And then about, the other half of the comments are talking about, random pew-pewings and how Texas does nothing to stop them. And so we will no longer be going to any public venue thing like that.
The iconic Texas State Fair is currently trending, but for all the wrong reasons. As we all know by now, this fair has been coming year after year. It's been a family function. Everybody goes, they have a great time, and it's always packed. The issue right now is that for this year, 2025, there's multiple videos that are trending right now where you can see the fair in the day or in the night pretty much completely empty. At first, I thought it was somebody that was trolling, they went the first day or they went on a Monday when it was empty. But there's multiple days, different days. And then here's the thing. People that actually live close to the fair are also commenting saying that, yes, it is empty. And then on the days that it's full, it still looks kind of empty compared to years that have passed. I would like to see a video Saturday, around 5 through 8. If somebody could get a video and post that, I would like to see it because that is technically prime time. And then if that is empty, that means that, yeah, it is empty. I'm not from Texas. I'm just going based on what I'm seeing and reviewing. But I would like to know. Let me know, guys, if you've been to the Texas State Fair. Is it packed or is it empty? Down below, I'll be reading all the comments. And like always, don't forget to follow for more viral news.
Hey everyone, it's Leek. Welcome back to Leaker's Tech. So, I just saw something kind of crazy. The Texas State Fair, one of the biggest fairs in country, is looking empty this year. Seriously empty. And it's got me thinking, Is it this just a bad year, or is this telling us something way bigger about economy and job market? Let's break it down.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Have you heard about the Texas State Fair and how empty it was recently? For those of you who don't know, the Texas State Fair that's held in Dallas is a big deal every year. And there are those out there who believe that as that state fair goes, it really tells you about the state of the economy and where things are across the country, not just in Texas. So I wanted to share with you something that recently came out about the state fair. So here's what happened. A Dallas content creator named Jared Gines went to the State Fair of Texas this year, and he noticed something strange. The crowds practically gone. He said he could walk right up to Big Tex for photos. Big Tex is this giant statue of a man, I believe wearing a cowboy hat and boots, that's a staple at the state fair. And everybody loves to get photos in front of it. And he said he could walk right up to Big Tex for photos. No lines, no crowd, something he's never seen in decades of going to the Texas State Fair. He posted about it, and the internet lit up with thousands of comments from people saying the exact same thing. They just can't afford to go this year. We're talking $150 to $350 for a family of four once you add in tickets, food, rides, and parking. People are saying they're having to choose between paying rent and taking their kids to the fair. Now, the fair's PR team says, hey, inflation is real. Vendors set their own prices, and they say we're not immune to the economy. And they're right. Everything costs more. Food, housing, even fun. But here's the deeper truth. When families can't afford a funnel cake, it's not just about the fair anymore. It's a mirror of the economy. Wages aren't keeping up. The job market's cooling off. Layoffs are creeping in again. And even people with jobs feel broke because every dollar gets eaten up before every payday. So the fair is just one snapshot of a bigger picture. People are cutting back on the little joys because the basics cost too much. And when that happens, it's not a spending problem, it's a stability problem. Because when people have to skip community traditions just to keep the lights on, that tells you everything about where we are as a country right now. So if you're feeling this squeeze, you're not imagining it. This is just inflation. It's the reality of an economy where the average worker is hustling harder and getting less in return. The real question is, what happens when the middle class can't even afford to feel middle class anymore? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're trying to navigate this shifting job market, I've included the link to my full interview training course in my bio if you need help landing that job. And follow me for more real-world insights on jobs, hiring, and the economy.
Reporting live from the United States of Embarrassment, I have your breaking good news now. Here's the thing. The Texas State Fair has always been a huge deal. A lot of people have been coming out of town, from out of state, to come to this amazing fair with a bunch of foods and everything. However, they are showing record number of people not in attendance. It's empty. It's empty. And here's the thing. The Texas State Fair has been known to just pack the house. The thing is, a lot of the people that were in attendance were Hispanics, Latinos. They don't want to go. Is ICE going to be there? Absolutely not. Also, we don't have money. We're not going to spend $300 at a state fair when we can do something else with that. So the thing is that even though you want to push these people out of the country, guess what? They spend money. They spend money. And if they're not spending money, you know that we're not spending money. So, yeah. I wanted to wait to address the whole discourse of Taylor Swift's new album versus everything else. I just want to say this, and I hope that the people that follow me can understand a little bit of just lore. I'm not a bad bitch. I'm not a savage. That line, it's not a great line. It's not a great line as a woman of color listening to. It's not a good line. It's not a good line. It's almost macro aggressive, because you are putting your insecurities in a song and saying, I'm not that, but I'm not going to mess over you, sir. I'm not going to do what the other black girls did, because I love you. I love you. I don't, that's not it. Now, there are some bops on the album. Yes. I do like a few catchy items and little innuendos. I caught all of that. I do. But I think that what she was trying to accomplish and what she's still trying to accomplish is a very small part of the overall picture of when it comes to putting out music that people enjoy, can relate to, and can appreciate. That's all I'm going to say. I talked a lot more about this and just a lot of things going on the podcast releasing this week. We got 3 days, friends. 3 days. And also, I will be available to provide you with breaking good news always to outweigh the bad. Have a great day. Bye.
First of all, let's talk about the basics. Normally, the Texas State Fair is packed. Families, food, rides, games, you name it. It's basically a fair tradition for all people from Texas. But this year, people are saying it's too expensive and even a little bit unsafe. Now, think about that. If people can't afford a day at fairs, something that is supposed to be fun, not fancy, what does it say about America financially as a country? Prices for ticket, parking, and food have all gone way up. Just getting something, you cannot afford it because a family has to, we are talking about more than $200. This could be even a rent for someone. Crazy. And it's not about money. There is vibe shift. Some folks are saying doesn't feel safe anymore. Whether it is perception or reality, it is enough to keep people home. They don't need to go out anymore. But there is bigger picture. If the average person can't go out in a fair because it's too expensive, that shows something deeper is wrong in United States economy. People are working harder than ever. Imagine. And yet they are cutting out simple pressure. That is a red flag for the job market and economy of United States in general. People's savings, they forget how to save money because the situation is not easy. It's like the fair becomes symbol, not just fun, because what people skip, people, they don't care about going out for pleasure. They are at least trying to survive. We got another video. I come back with a comment.
I have never seen the Texas State Fair on opening weekend this empty. If this is not a recession indicator, I don't know what to tell you. Y'all, I have lived here for 22 years in Dallas. I moved here from New York City, and this has always been like the thing. Everybody goes to the Texas State Fair. It doesn't matter how much money you make, whatever. Like, this is the thing that you do, that you take your family to. But I think it says a lot about what families are able to do currently with this current economy. I saw someone post on Facebook that they spent $107 before they even ingested anything, rode anything, ate anything, drank anything. That was just them buying their tickets for them, their kids, parking, and walking through the gate. Some families right now don't have an extra $100 a month to do anything. So imagine, like, that just gets you in there. You can look around, you can check it out, but like, you can't eat anything, you can't eat any of the food, you can't ride any of the rides. Like, this is scary. But this is the best economy we've ever had, right?
This message is for Texas. If you're not Texas, you can keep scrolling. You need to check yourself in. It's time to go to rehab. Okay, we can't live like this anymore. All right, I don't know if it's drugs or alcohol or both, but for the safety and well-being of all of us, you need to go to therapy. All right, 44 in the morning and 88 in the afternoon. We can't live like this. This is unhealthy, and we're going to support you in this journey, but you need to get some help.
I was a Trump supporter. I don't know how long I can keep doing this. I have a construction company, and not a fucking thing is getting done. This is what I get. This is what I fucking get. Nothing but white boys. It takes 4 days to do a one-day job. I might have fucked up.
So yeah, maybe it's just fair, but if the Texas state fair is struggling, that telling us something way bigger is happening. Anyway, I just want to know what you think. Would you like to go to the fair this year, or you think it's not worth it anymore? Drop your thought in the comments. And if you got something out of this video, make sure you like and subscribe for more real talk. You know, this has been Lake, and that was my way tech. Catch you in the next one. I love you guys.